What's going on, guys? The Legends End here. Here today with my friend, Finny Inster.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Anyway, we're here today with the first episode of a new series we're starting, going to be called The Manine Show. We're going to cover everything internet. Well, not everything. That'd be a long show.
Yeah,
But we're going to be
I
covering...
don't think we could ever cover that.
We're gonna be
even if we streamed 24/7, that wouldn't happen. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. I know you want that much of us, of our content. Anyway,
Probably not.
so we're going to be covering, technology, gaming, software, hardware, all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I know that this is going to be a ton of fun to make. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy. Anyway, so as for our first bit of news, Witcher 3, you all know it released recently.
And if
It
you
looks pretty
don't,
cool.
then what is wrong with you?
And it looks like if you've got a PC made within 4 years, you can probably run this game. So it's a $110 CPU from AMD, as well as a really cheap graphics card, 8 gigs of RAM, can run The Witcher 3 at what looks to be pretty good settings and decent FPS.
It's pretty much max, right?
No.
Almost max.
Yeah, it looks like if you've got a PC, even a fairly old PC, as long as it has a graphics card, you can probably run this at least low settings, which is
But-
good news for most people.
But this is a very, very good looking game. I mean, if you can, if you have an option of playing it now or waiting and playing it later with a better PC, this is a very, very good looking game. So I would highly recommend waiting to play it on better settings.
But I wouldn't, because graphics don't matter.
Alrighty, there's his opinion.
Anyway, so on to more news about The Witcher 3. They released a patch. This is like a week after launch, and it already has a patch. That's actually fairly good, seeing as they find problems in the game and fix them.
But it's
pretty cool.
fairly common, which is also slightly sad.
Yeah, but it's still a good thing. It's bad and good at the same time. You know.
Yes. Bad and
So
good.
anyway, a lot of the issues with The Witcher 3 was on NVIDIA graphics cards, and because of NVIDIA graphics cards.
And that is why you go with AMD, people.
This is not like a words.
Huh?
I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I couldn't think of the words to say.
Alrighty. Is it not a competition?
No. Never mind. Anyway.
Advertisement for AMD?
No, it's not an advertisement for AMD. Not a sales pitch. There you go, guys. Not a sales pitch.
But I'm
Those
gonna
are-
I'm gonna brag about how great AMD is. So AMD, hit me up for a sponsorship. Business
Oh, yeah.
email in my YouTube channel.
We're not talking about AMD yet. We still have some more gaming news to cover.
I'm just gonna throw a little bit in there. Chill.
Okay, so
Anyway.
what are your thoughts on The Witcher 3? Do you think it's worth $60?
$60 is a lot of money, especially when you're a PC gamer who's used to getting games for like $10. But honestly, it's
On
a
Steam.
very, very good game, and it looks great. It plays really well from what I've seen. I have heard nothing but good reviews, so I'd say if you have the extra money, for sure, pick it up.
So, he thinks it is definitely worth $60. I don't know. I'm kind of a cheapskate. I don't like spending lots of money on games. But I don't know. I'm not going to be picking this up just because it's coming with my graphics card that I'm buying. By the way, getting a 960. It's going to be great. So are you, aren't you? Aren't you gonna get
No,
960?
I'm not. I'm going with an AMD card because NVIDIA has some large issues with Minecraft and some other games. In fact, just the other day, they released what's it called? They released new drivers, updated drivers, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And
Drivers.
so the new drivers would not allow you to play Minecraft properly. You would be crashing all the time. Or, I'm sorry, that's the old drivers. But the new ones would not allow you to render a Sony Vegas video.
Huh. Why?
We don't know. I don't believe they have fixed it yet, but they've said they're trying their butts off to. But stuff like that happens a lot with NVIDIA cards, and even sometimes really updated drivers the most recent, have a lot of issues with Minecraft, and there's a couple other games. Now, I mean, NVIDIA cards are great, but they do have a lot of issues with Minecraft.
Yeah. I've heard about the Minecraft issues. So anyway, off of AMD again, a new expansion pack for Battlefield Hardline. I want to get through the games first. So, yeah. Expansion pack for Battlefield Hardline actually looks... I don't know. I never really wanted to get Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, it looks better if you have an AMD card. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Battlefield Hardline was pretty much Battlefield 4 with the addition of cops and robbers.
It was a massive failure.
Yeah.
It hardly took off at all.
I never even knew when it released.
Nobody's even playing it anymore. I mean, really.
I heard about it before it came out, but I never actually heard about it like when it released.
Yeah, like
I wasn't even sure if it was out yet.
If you watch YouTube a lot, you realized that when this came out, there was a few videos by a few YouTubers who played it for a couple weeks, and then it was over.
Yep, and there were not a lot of big YouTubers playing it either. Even like a lot of the Call of Duty ones that paid a ton of attention to similar games like Titanfall and Destiny, I hardly heard anything about it from a lot of the big YouTubers.
Yeah.
So that game, just, you know what, dude? If you're looking for a shooter, either go on PC and play some weird indie shooter, or play Call of Duty. Like, seriously.
So anyway, as far as content in this pack called Criminal Activity, it includes 4 new maps, including The Beat, Backwoods, Code Blue, and Black Friday, which fittingly enough sound like perfect titles for some episodes of CSI. These will be joined by 3 new weapons, 6 new masks, 2 new vehicles, and a new gadget, and a nail gun to pick up if you're feeling particularly brutal.
That does sound quite brutal.
I don't know. I might buy this game just to play with the nail gun. Yeah.
Or you could just play Team Fortress 2, where you can have a candy cane as a melee weapon.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Actually, there's a giveaway going on, by the way, guys, on our, what is his name? Our Lord and Savior Gaben. He is doing a TF2 giveaway for a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, I just thought I'd let him know.
Moving on from Battlefield 4, we have a few other gaming news. A new update for a very popular game known as City Skylines. I'm sure you've heard of this game, right?
Yes, I have. It was like everywhere on YouTube for like a month.
It still is everywhere on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody's still playing this. It's going insane. I think like within the first couple weeks there were already over 50,000 mods made for it.
I think it's died down a bit right now.
The modding community is absolutely insane. It's amazing.
I love the modding community.
So this is it says the first major update for the game, and it adds European buildings.
Yeah.
European looking buildings, at least. It looks cool.
So all the European buildings come with a white flag on top of them. You don't even have to put one on there yourself. Anyway, so do you have this game, Liam?
I was gonna buy it, but I decided to save up for a 960.
All right.
So I have not bought it yet, but I will buy it. I really want to buy this
He
game.
will buy it. He
Yes,
wants to
I
hop
will.
on the bandwagon.
I will.
He's a bandwagoner.
No.
Speaking of bandwagons, I don't know what to say. That was just a cool transition.
Speaking of bandwagons, wield the meat hammer and the evil within.
Yes, The Evil Within, the worst game series of all time that people... Not the worst. The longest running stupid game series of all time that keeps releasing useless sequels all the time.
Okay. Anyway, now you have a new weapon, I guess it is. No, it's a new... What is this?
What is what?
Oh, it's a new game. No. What the...
What are you looking at?
What is this? Evil Within the Executioner. Is it a new game? Is it a DLC? Is it just a new weapon? What the heck is going on? I really need to look at this before I start recording.
The Executioner is a DLC pack, sir.
It's a DLC pack for the Evil Within?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, new trailer. It's the final Evil Within DLC.
Okay.
And by the way, I apologize for insulting Evil Within fans earlier. I was actually thinking of Resident Evil.
He also apologizes for calling all Europeans cowards.
I do not... Okay, yeah, Europeans, yes, but Frenchies, no. And British, no. Whatever. I didn't call him a coward. I just said they'd surrender. A lot.
Okay.
Anyway...
He is
moving on.
very politically sound.
Incorrect.
And incorrect. Anyway, so what next do you want to do?
Speaking of games, let's talk about some of the new info and trailers that came out recently for some upcoming games. So we have... What do we have? Just Cause 2... 3... I said 3. I said 3. Black Ops 3...
David would be disappointed.
Black Ops 3, and there was one other game I wanted to talk to. Oh, Battlefront 3.
Battlefront!
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
Most overrated games of all time.
No.
Anyway.
Battlefront 2 came out so long ago. People just want a new Battlefront game.
Yeah, but they think that they remember Battlefront 2 as being a lot better than it actually was.
Okay, I still play Battlefront 2 all the time. And I still love it.
You're
so
ridiculous.
Shut up. Battlefront 2 is still one of the greatest games I have ever played in my entire life.
Liam is a Star Wars Battlefront 2 fanboy, but he doesn't actually like the new movies that much.
What do you mean?
Anyway, so Just Cause 3, back to the first game we're going to talk about. New trailer came out a couple weeks ago, actually. And they released a bunch of new info on it. So, I don't know how many of you guys have played Just Cause 2. I know I have played quite a bit of it recently. And so has Finny and Easter. You have, haven't you?
Just Cause 2? Yes, I
Yes.
have. Multiplayer mod. I've never played the actual single-player game.
Yes, he is...
But the multiplayer mod is amazing.
Yeah, he hasn't even touched the great campaign that game has to offer. And if you've played it, you know that it's pretty great. Anyway,
but most people haven't because nobody knows about this game.
Yes, this game is fairly unknown. It is by what publisher is it by? Square Enix.
You're the fanboy. You should know.
I believe that's who it's made by. Yes, Square Enix. I don't know how to pronounce. I am sorry. Anyway, so this company is also making Mad Max.
Yay!
And
Mad Max.
A lot of people seem to be pretty excited for this game, but they're kind of worried about how it's going to actually execute. Honestly, I wasn't planning on getting this game like ever unless it was like a couple of dollars on Steam. But I saw that it was being made by the same people that made Just Cause 2, Just Cause, all those great games. And honestly, now I think I'm going to pick it up. If you guys haven't, go play Just Cause 2. It goes on sale for like $3 on Steam, and that will give you the an idea of just like the feel that this publisher puts out on their games. I personally love them, and I think they're going to do a great job with Mad Max.
Okay, just take GTA 5 and
Minus hookers, plus faster cars.
and minus physics too.
Yeah,
Don't
and
forget that one.
that's Just Cause 2 in a nutshell.
Cause 2 to GTA 5 map
And
comparison.
oh yes, the map is insanely larger.
Okay, so if you see this picture here, I'll make it bigger for you. Right there. Just Cause 2 map is much larger.
Is it like 4 times? Is that what it is?
Much more than that, actually.
Wow.
Okay, so Just Cause 2 map is 923 square kilometers.
Holy cow. That's a
And
big map, people.
Grand Theft Auto 5 map is 256 square kilometers.
Wow.
Quite a bit smaller.
Yes, and
This game is much larger than GTA 5, although, I don't know, I'd probably still choose to play GTA 5 over Just Cause 2.
I don't know.
Just Cause 2 is still amazing, though.
I feel like GTA 5 is overrated.
I would still probably
Don't
play
get
it
me
over Just
wrong.
Cause 2.
GTA 5 is an amazing game, but I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, if you haven't heard the news yet, there were a lot of rumors going around that Rockstar would ban people for using mods, even in single player. They did come out and say that you will only be banned if you use mods in multiplayer.
Which is retarded.
You're retarded.
Really?
People shouldn't be able to use mods in multiplayer.
If everybody in the server is okay with it and they know it's a modded server, it's fine.
Well, there's a difference between making modded servers and then just saying that, you can mod in multiplayer. You can make mod-only servers and then have stock servers as well, but they didn't do that.
I don't mind regular mods in multiplayer. Not cheating mods, but regular mods. Like there's
But
a mod.
if they allowed mods, though, it would be abused. It
Yes.
most definitely would be abused.
In fact, their rule, people are not getting banned for mods in multiplayer. I mean, some are, but there's a lot of people that are still getting
You
getting
can
banned.
be.
Yes.
I didn't say you would be. I said you can be banned.
Yes. And but like, there's like the other day there was a mod that the guy changed his player model to a whale. And so he was this whale that went flying around GTA 5.
And it was amazing.
It was quite amazing.
It was truly glorious. It
There
needed
was
some amazing music to go with it.
Yeah, there was another there was cargo planes flying around that dropped fruit from them. It was great.
Was that the Angry Planes mod?
No, this was a different
Because
mod.
the Angry Planes mod had malware inside of it. It was very sad.
It did?
Like, the planes flew around and tried to kill you. Well, that's supposed to be what the mod did. But the mod didn't do that. It was just a mod. It was just a virus. It was terrible.
It was? I did not hear about this.
It was terrible.
Huh.
Angry Planes mod had a virus. It wasn't even it
Real?
didn't even add the actual content. It was terrible.
This
So
makes
not only did it give you a virus,
this,
it didn't even give you Angry Planes.
this makes me sad.
Yes, it is very sad. It was terrible.
Extremely sad. Sad to my heart's desire. Actually, more than my heart desires. Because I don't desire to be sad.
Anyway, moving on.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are professionals.
Yes. We have lots of other content to cover.
Yes, we do.
So, let's see, what next?
What is some of that content, Finny?
Some hardware or some scientific news?
It's up to you. Scientific news. This sounds interesting.
Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Oh gosh. Okay.
Science. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about science.
The Jetman Dubai. Have you guys seen this thing? Have you seen this thing?
I might have.
It's amazing. I sent you the link to it.
Explain further, Finny, any Inster?
You need to watch the video.
Well, can you explain further, Finny, any Inster?
Yes, I will explain further, just for you. Anyway, you guys are watching the video right now. It's a really cool idea, about... It's like a powered hang glider, but not a hang glider.
Oh, yeah. That.
It actually looks quite cool, though.
Oh, yeah. That, yeah.
It's a plane that straps onto your back. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. You can fly around, and it's pretty much just a couple wings and a few engines that strap onto your back. It's actually a really neat idea, and if I was rich, I would buy one. But I'm not rich, so...
Well, if you were rich, think there's a lot of other stuff you'd buy as well.
Yeah, like 4 390X graphics cards in Crossfire.
Yeah.
And then when DirectX 12, upgrade that to 8. Anyway, so yes, a very cool idea. Just slap some wings on your back and fly. Kind of like,
Sounds so simple.
How you see in the cartoons. You know?
Does that happen in cartoons?
Strap a board onto your back and you automatically fly somehow. It's like your nose turns into a propeller or something.
Oh man, that sounds kind of painful, Liam.
Anyway,
I mean, really, guys, think about how painful that would be on your nose. Your poor nose. Ow. Man.
But you guys know what I mean. Like, you have a big board on your back and your nose turns into a propeller and all of a sudden you can fly.
Keep using the word nose, and I don't think that could work on a regular person, sir.
I'm talking about a cartoon here.
Okay,
sir.
Even a regular person in a cartoon, there's no way their nose is that long.
You want to bet?
A regular person.
I'm talking about a cartoon, sir. Cartoon, you can animate anything.
Sir, Johnny Bravo's nose was never that big.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. We've talked too much about this subject, even though it's really cool. But we do need to move on. Sorry, guys.
Speaking of games, Black Ops 3.
Yeah, games that we moved off of. Yay.
We never talked about Black Ops 3.
I don't know. Kind of looks like Deus Ex. But
yes,
no. Deus Ex.
Yes, Deus Ex.
Because certain people don't know how to hear.
You need to make sure and put that space in there. It is not Deus Ex.
Okay,
it's
fine.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Deuce.
It is not Deuce.
It is Deuce.
It is most definitely not Deuce. It is Deus. Deus.
Shush, don't worry. Shush.
Okay.
Anyway, but like, are you guys...
Looks like a clone.
Are you guys excited
Deus
for it
Ex.
at all?
I'm not.
Well, you know what, dude? You don't like Call of Duty.
I like Advanced Warfare, and I like the original Black Ops.
And you didn't like Ghosts, and you didn't like Black Ops 2, and you didn't... Did you like World at War?
World at War is awesome.
But that's the only Treyarch Call of Duty you have liked.
I don't like Modern Warfare. I like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops, and World at War.
Well, the sad thing is Black Ops 3 is going back to previous gen consoles. Whap, whap, whap. Makes me so sad.
I don't know. The thing with Call of Duty is it's a console title. Like their PC support is terrible. If you've ever been into like Call
Yeah,
of Duty gaming on PC, they don't pay attention to their PC audience
it's all at all.
because most of their players, almost all of them actually, are on console. Because we sophisticated PC gamers like better first-person shooters such as Battlefield and or
Excuse me, did you just say
Counter
Battlefield?
Strike.
Did you just
Counter
say
Strike,
Battlefield
sir.
was
Battlefield is
better
amazing.
than Call of Duty?
I like them both.
I'm
I did not
Battlefield.
say I did not say Battlefield was better. I did not say
You
that.
did. You said we prefer better first-person shooters such as Battlefield.
It's better on PC. That's what I was saying.
I don't know. Battlefield sucks compared to Call of Duty. Call of Duty sucks compared to other real games.
I don't know. I like Call of Duty and Battlefield. They're both good.
You have weird taste in Call of Duty, though.
Well, you have weird taste in Call of Duty.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so I don't know. What's your opinion, guys? Battlefield or Call of Duty? Write it down in the comments.
And tell us whether you're excited for Battlefield 3, Mad Max, Just Cause 3, all those games. And if there's another new game coming out that we missed,
Battlefront 3.
please let us know.
Battlefront 3.
If you wouldn't have said anything, they wouldn't have known.
Yes, they would have. Battlefront 3 is the most amazing game in the world.
I said Battlefield 3 instead of Battlefront 3. Big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal.
Shut up.
Battlefront 3 is much more important.
Anyway.
Moving on to other subjects because we've stuck on this subject of games for a long time. Very long time. Longer than I was expecting.
Whatever.
Thank you, sir.
Dude, stop sticking to the schedule so much. Just go with it.
There's not a schedule.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so hardware? Software? What?
Let's see.
Did you guys hear about the amazing thing coming with Windows 10? Everybody has wanted it. And now you can have it. Candy Crush comes pre-installed with Windows 10.
Yeah!
Woo! I know that's what everybody was...
Candy Crush Saga become bundled with Windows 10. Every single Windows 10. So you know like Pinball, Minesweeper?
Minesweeper?
came
I was
bundled.
terrible at Minesweeper. Were you good at Minesweeper?
I was good at Minesweeper.
You were good at
If I do
Minesweeper?
say so myself, I was pretty darn good at Minesweeper.
Huh. Speaking of games, have you guys heard about Mad Max?
Mad Max, the
I've already
movie kind of looks like it sucks.
But people have said it's really good.
But the game, it's
Yeah.
a great idea. And
Anyway.
it reminds me of a game called MotorStorm. It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Screw PlayStation.
Xbox fig. Console peasant.
Come on,
Anyway,
let's not fight over Xbox and PlayStation. Let's fight
we
over
all
PC
know
and
PC
console.
is the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it reminds me of a game called MotorStorm. It's not actually that well known of a game.
Yeah, I have
But-
never heard of it. What's...
It's a racing game, and you can be anything from a dirt bike to a semi-truck racing on dirt and mud tracks.
You are the car?
Yes,
Interesting.
it's a racing game.
Yeah, but there's no players?
What do you mean?
I mean, you said you can be anything from a semi to a dirt bike.
Yeah, and then
So-
you play with other people.
But so is
AI.
there a person driving the car, or are these cars just wild cars that roam free?
No.
No?
You playing a game.
So you're a person inside the car.
I guess so.
Okay, all right. Well, you said you, so I'm thinking that you are the car.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, Candy Crush Saga. Ah,
Speaking of Windows
gosh.
10, have you heard the terribleness?
Ah, I just can't get over Candy Crush Saga
Hey,
on.
you let's play it for our YouTube channels.
No, no.
Guys, would you guys like to see a playthrough of Candy Crush Saga on new Windows 10?
It's my favorite operating system, Windows, bundled with the most retarded and annoying game that I get 50 invites a day from on Facebook. It's terrible.
Who if they send you invites, Liam, they don't deserve to be on your friends list.
Well, I have like 300 plus friends for advertising purposes. And, for having friends.
Yeah.
But,
See, he's alone in real life, so he makes internet friends to make him feel better about himself.
Shh. Anyway, so yeah, Candy Crush Saga saddens me.
Playthrough comes out when Windows 10 comes out.
No. No, please don't.
For me.
Okay, if you're gonna be playing Candy Crush Saga, I'm gonna make a playthrough of Pinball. I'm gonna play Space Cadet 3D Pinball.
Okay,
and
guys.
I'm gonna record it.
Listen, we have this on video proof. He has to hold up his end of the promise now.
Okay, if you make a Candy Crush Saga video, I will make a Space Cadet 3D pinball video.
I feel like you got the better game here.
Yeah, I do.
How about I do a Minesweeper?
And to top it off, yeah, I'll do a Minesweeper playthrough too.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, speaking of Windows 10, the free upgrade from 7 to 8
is not free.
Yes, it is.
Not technically.
Yes.
Technically,
Yes,
it begins to cost money.
Microsoft confirmed that if you're on Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1, you can upgrade to Windows 10 for free for 1 year only.
Yes.
Which means that doesn't mean like you can only use Windows 10 for a year.
That means you're no longer gonna get upgrades. See, you mind if I talk about this a little bit?
You can just 1 second. It doesn't mean that you only get Windows 10 for 1 year. It means that after you upgrade, you have to upgrade within a year or else it's not free. That's what it means.
Yes. And speaking of which, also, so Microsoft is no longer doing versions of Windows. They're just switching. So Windows 10 is just going to be Windows, and they're just going to update that. They're not going to release new versions. They're just going to release updates.
Windows 10 is going to be the completion.
So what that means is you have to pay for updates.
I think Windows 10 is actually going to be a subscription. At least that's what it was supposed to be.
To get the updates, though. But what happens if you don't subscribe then? You just don't get updates?
I think something like that.
Okay.
I don't remember everything about
it,
but I think it has a subscription service
somehow,
since it's going to be the last one.
Somehow.
Because they still have to milk you of your money since they're not making any more Windows versions. So
somehow, if you upgrade to Windows 10, there's 2 years you get of it free, and then you no longer get free upgrades if you are an upgrade from Windows 7 or 8. Did you hear about this?
Okay. No, I didn't.
Okay, well, if you upgrade to Windows 10, and then you'll get the updates for, I can't remember, I believe it was 2 years, but it might have been a year. And then after that, you no longer receive the updates for free. You then have to pay whatever a normal person would.
Okay. Also, there are reportedly going to be 7 different versions of Windows 10 because they are moving to mobile systems. So there's going to be the normal 3 that you're used to seeing: home, professional, and like ultimate or whatever the 8
Premium
variant
or
is.
whatever, yeah.
and then there's gonna be um like the enterprise version. And then there's gonna be like two mobile ones. Yeah,
Which, like, really? Really?
Windows on mobile though. That's a pretty good idea.
But none of the Windows phones, I don't feel, have actually been super successful. You know? They've
That's
been.
probably because nobody knows about them.
Yeah, I guess.
People go off and they buy their Android phones, and their
iPhone Master
iPhones.
Race.
No, no.
Anyway,
Anyway,
sorry, I had to clear my
um,
throat there, guys.
so people don't normally think of Windows operating system to be a phone operating system,
Yeah.
but it is. And if you're running an x86 processor, which will be an Intel processor, because AMD doesn't make phone processors yet.
Yet,
Their
when it
roadmap.
does, I'm gonna be there midnight. Actually, not midnight. I'm gonna be getting the AMD phone. AMD, hit me up. I will help you develop this phone. Hit me up for a sponsorship, free advertising for you guys. Anyway, if you guys can't tell, I really want AMD to sponsor me.
Anyway, so yeah, AMD did confirm on their roadmap that, well, leaks semi-confirmed, a leaked roadmap semi-confirmed phone processors and tablet
Oh,
processors.
now an
So
AMD tablet. There's something to get excited about.
I don't know. I want to get a Surface 3. You know, the Surface Pro 3 launched, and it was expensive as crap. But the Surface 3 is actually kind of cheap. It runs an Intel Atom processor, and it runs full Windows 8.1, but it's a tablet.
You know
But
what?
you can get a keyboard that allows you to use it as a laptop.
I don't. I don't know. I've kind of stopped. I don't know. I'm no longer get super excited about what's it called? Excuse me. Tablets or any of the ultrabooks or Surface type things or even laptops anymore because I don't know. They're getting phased out and something better is like really should be here really soon. Something that's going to crush all that, but it's not here yet. And what bothers me is that a lot of those items are meant for regular consumers who want to browse the web and read their paper, maybe play some Candy Crush, you know? It's not meant for hardcore users. And that's mainly the reason why I haven't really been into any tablets or Surface type things lately.
You can still game on a Surface, though. You can still play Minecraft on a Surface, which is actually uh, fairly cool. I didn't know you could, but you can. Um, and I'm not gonna be gaming. This is gonna be kind of like my away from desk workstation, I guess, where I can edit videos and do other stuff, you know, from a Surface 3. I don't know. I think the idea of a Surface 3 is cool. It just needs better hardware support. The hardware isn't quite there for a device like this to really shine.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, especially tablets, though, lately, they're not meant for hardcore users, you know?
That's because they run Android and iOS. But if you get a Windows one, you can actually do stuff on it. You know?
I don't know. Even so, though, they come meant for a consumer, not a hardcore user or a gamer, you know?
I'm still a consumer.
But you're not. You're a hardcore user, though. They don't come made for hardcore users.
I don't know, the Surfaces are meant for being workstations. Not full blown workstations, but they're meant for
For
students.
work.
For work,
For
yes.
work. They are not
Yes.
meant for gamers or anybody like that.
I never said I was going to be gaming on it. I said I would get work done on it.
Yeah.
But I will play the occasional game because it can play games. Anyway, we need to move off this subject because we've been talking about it for a very long time. Sorry, guys.
Speaking of phone and tablets, there has been a new smartphone that recently released that is very exciting.
the Zenfone 2 from Asus. Um, it's a flagship phone without the flagship price tag. Pretty darn cool.
Yes, it is has the price range of a mid-range phone, but it has the hardware of a high-end phone.
So what's under the hood is a for
Wait,
$300,
excuse me. Phones don't have hoods.
sir. It's a figure of speech.
Oh,
Sir.
okay. Sorry. Continue.
As far as the hardware goes, you get a 2.3 gigahertz Intel Atom,
Meh.
64 gigs of storage, and 4 gigabytes of RAM. 4
No, dude.
gigabytes.
Dude, you. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Yes, 4 gigajits. 4 gigajits of RAM. 4. What was the other recent phone that recently had something? It was the HTC One and 9. It had
named after our show. They sponsor us.
They came to us and they asked if it would be all right if they did that. So we get $20 off of every phone they sell. I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. Anyway,
so that phone only had 3 gigs of RAM, and it's
but
also
it
running.
had 3 gigs of RAM, which for a phone is quite a bit, considering most tablets nowadays have 2, and most other Android phones have 2.
And all Apple devices only have 1 because they suck.
You're a faggot.
But
Not
it's
all
true.
all Apple devices, sir.
Anyway, so it runs Android 5.0 Lollipop. It's got a 5.5-inch 1080p IPS display, which is said to be very beautiful by a lot of people.
And but the battery, a lot of people said it was supposed to be this great battery, but when it actually came down to it, it didn't perform that well. I mean, it is getting better, and it's not a fault of the battery, but
it's a software issue.
Yes, it was only getting about 4 hours on a full battery. And this phone,
if you're an insane power user.
No.
Most people
4 hours of screen time is what it was getting.
Most people can make it through the day without charging the phone.
Well, 4 hours of screen time is what it was getting, and if you're a heavy phone user, that's not much.
Anyway, so yes. So yes, it runs a quad-core Intel Atom processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, 1080p IPS display, 5.5 inches, and it looks like a pretty decent phone. The only gripes I've seen about it is the battery, the camera, and the speaker, which the battery can be fixed with software issues. I don't give a crap about the camera, and if I'm going to be listening to music, I'm going to be wearing headphones.
I don't know.
So
I am kind of sad about the speaker. I think that is...
But it's a $300 phone that competes with the Samsung Galaxy S6. It can compete with a phone that's more than twice as expensive as it.
Yeah, true.
And it can actually compete with it.
And honestly, the camera
insane.
isn't that bad at all.
It's not that bad, but most people are just too expectant of cheap phones.
Yeah. And honestly, if you are a serious photographer, you are not going to be using your phone. Unless you're like an Instagrammer.
You're going to buy a dedicated camera.
Yes.
Although, I have heard the selfie camera works quite good.
Yes.
So all of you selfie user people, this phone's good for you.
Yeah. If you don't know, Liam secretly likes to take selfies.
Yes, every day. All day. So that's why
That was actually a problem with a kid. He was addicted to taking selfies, and he was trying to find the perfect selfie. And so he would spend all of his day trying to take the perfect selfie.
Okay. Oh, uh,
How do you resume
um,
a conversation from this?
okay, getting off of the Zenfone 2. By the way, this is probably gonna be my new phone soon. Um,
Until Google's Project Aura. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about that from now. In case you haven't, quick summary, modular phone. That's all you need to know.
so pretty much, they take the idea of a PC and put it in a phone.
Yep.
You take the idea of a PC and put it anywhere,
It's
I mean,
actually,
you've already got a good start.
it's even easier than that.
It's easier than a PC.
Yes,
It
because it's I can't remember. I watched a video about it. It is electropermamagnets, and so they're a cross between an electromagnetic magnet and a permanent magnet. And so
They're passive though. So
yes,
they
they
don't
have
consume any power.
they have an on state and an off state, but they do not consume any power, and it is quite cool actually.
But the problem is, I know Aura is going to be released soon, and you might say,
I believe it is
well,
coming in August. By the way.
Miss, Sir, why are you buying a Zenfone right now when you could wait a few more months and get Project Aura? The reason is it will not have support right off the bat. It just simply will not. I mean, it's going to take a while for hardware developers to get on board with this, with Project Aura.
But hardware developers, this phone is really great for them because they no longer have to compete to try and sell their, to sell their processor to a giant company that's willing to put out tons of them. All they have to do is make one available for Aura, and people can choose. It gives
so
back.
It's gonna turn into PC pretty much.
Yes, it's giving back people. It's giving people choice in phones, which is something that
which nobody has
really
right now.
haven't ever had.
The only choice you have is a few different models, which normally only vary in the storage capacity,
And maybe
which
color.
is kind of sad.
Oh yeah, and the best thing about Zenfone 2 is it comes in gold.
Yeah, okay. I would probably choose the black model.
Seriously?
Yes. Or the silver model, but probably the black model. Anyway, so yes, Project Aura isn't going to have support right off the bat. I will just say that now. But I will be there when it does, because, oh gosh. Imagine being able to upgrade your processor. Like,
I know, I'm gonna have... Oh, and the
8
screen...
gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, oh my gosh. No. No, Liam.
Yes.
Finny and Inster, no.
Yes.
Please no.
32
Speaking of
cores.
which, even the front screen has customability. Is that
Yeah.
a word?
You can switch the
Customability?
screen out too.
Yes, so you can get you can not only get it to look a heck of a lot better, but you can actually make it so that it will... What will it do? It will do something. Oh, it will either... You can either have your entire front be screen, or you can slide in a little divider and have a front-facing speaker and have screen on top.
Huh. So pretty much all Project Aura is, if you don't know about it, it's a motherboard that you plug stuff into.
Exoskeleton, sir.
It's a motherboard.
Exoskeleton is the proper term.
It acts as a motherboard.
Exoskeleton.
Motherboard.
Moving on from Project
Anyway.
Aura and its exoskeleton.
No, it's a motherboard.
It's an exoskeleton.
Anyway, so you can just...
The
you
guys
can
making
customize
it
the
called
crap
it
out
an
of this.
exoskeleton, Liam.
Okay, I don't care. It acts like a motherboard.
Jeez, no need to be so upset.
Anyway, so you can do whatever you want with this phone, and you can go and jump on the 4K bandwagon, even though it doesn't make any sense for phones right now.
4K phones are a must-have.
No. Or you could be like me and go with and upgrade your processor every day. Probably not every day, but I'm
Have
probably
like
going to
20
be
minutes
doing...
of battery life and have an amazing processor, people.
I'm probably going to be upgrading my processor once a year, at least, on my phone. Just imagine. It'd be amazing. Have the
I'm
fastest phone on the
I think
planet.
I'm probably gonna go with
Gosh.
something. Well, I don't know.
Just get rid of the camera
That's
and just
actually
have processor,
yeah.
battery, Wi-Fi module.
I'm
That's all I
probably
need.
I'm not gonna have a back facing speaker. I'm just gonna add more battery there, and I'm not sure if I'll have a camera or not, but it'll be in the smallest slot if I do. And
I probably won't have a camera or a speaker. Just have battery,
well, I
processor.
think I'll have a front facing speaker. Honestly,
I would probably do that, but not rear facing. Rear facing speakers don't make any sense and are dumb, and I hate them.
I don't know
Especially ones on the bottom, like Zen, because
because
like that's where
okay,
your hand
look,
rests.
if you're by yourself, then yeah, they're dumb because you have to cup your hand around to use it. But then
Yeah,
again, if you're by yourself, you'll probably just use,
headphones.
yeah. But
Headphones, because
with
headphones are awesome.
with with other people, like if you're trying to listen to music in a car, you're trying to bump some music or something, it it could be really nice to have a back facing rather than have to like turn your screen around and share your screen with everybody in the car.
I guess so. I don't know. There
But
are pros and cons to
honestly,
everything, but
I
I
don't
would
know.
rather use the space for something
Yeah,
else.
but that's not a very common situation.
Anyway, moving on because I have to bring this down pretty soon. Um, how about we talk about the new AMD graphics card?
New AMD graphics card. Ooh.
Let's see. I think I have a page about it somewhere here.
Doo-da, doo-da, blah, 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 blah. Uh,
Okay, so if you don't know,
oh,
AMD's
excuse me. Can I say one quick thing?
what?
By the way, guys, on YouTube there is a D's Nuts trap dubstep remix that is pretty cool. Anyway, back to the new AMD cards.
Anyway, so if you didn't know, AMD's top of the line card of this next generation is going to feature 2.5D stacked memory,
Yes, and its own liquid cooling,
which was on last generation's top end card.
but it's better this time.
It is.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. He is sure that it is better this time, although I'm pretty sure he's wrong.
You're mean.
Anyway, 2.5D memory, stacked. It takes up a lot less space. It's a lot faster. It uses less power, and oh boy, is it so much faster. Oh gosh, it's like 640 gigabytes per second. I think top of the line GDDR5 memory is like 150 gigabytes per second. This is a massive upgrade as far
Nice.
as speed. This is going to be great for 4K gaming.
Plus, with DirectX 12, and you can support up to 8 graphics card, you get 4 of the dual ones. They will be great.
Yeah, and these will probably consume about 300 watts a piece, so make sure you have like
So your power
I don't
supply
know, a
is gonna
nuclear
be
power station next to your
your
house.
power supply is gonna be more than like most microwaves.
You're probably gonna have to pick up two 1600-watt power supplies to support all
No,
that.
no.
Because you're gonna have to support a CPU too,
Okay, 300 watts a piece. That's like
and you have 8 of them.
no. I said the dual ones.
Well, the dual ones will probably consume like 500.
You'd only have 4 of them though.
That'd still be over 2,000 watts.
Only over 2,000. We should
You'd-
try and get it over 9,000.
Anyway, so
I've made
AMD
my
is
my overused Dragon Ball Z joke for the episode. I'm out.
okay. AMD is 1 year ahead of NVIDIA as far as high bandwidth memory.
And
And
speaking of which, the yet another reason you should go with an AMD.
for this generation,
And
yes.
for any generation if you want to have a happy life.
I will report on the next generation when it comes out and tell you
If he's
whether
still
it's better
alive.
or not, which I probably won't be.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
will
mean,
be.
with all the bacon you've been eating,
Oh my gosh. Ah, bacon.
anyway.
So yes, it also takes up a lot less space on the PCB,
Come on, you
which
can
is a
speak.
printed circuit board. Printed circuit board, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking
New
about.
console
But
plebeians.
if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably not watching right now because, you know, this is a hardware video. Talk about technology and awesome stuff.
Yeah. And speaking of which, guys, if you guys want to watch a certain part, there will be timestamps in the description.
Yes, there will be.
You have been keeping track of those, right?
Most of them.
Okay, good.
Anyway, so as you can see in this picture here, it takes up a lot less space on the PCB,
Yeah, see
and
see right there, guys? See that part of the
it
picture?
makes the card a lot shorter.
See that part of the picture,
It
guys?
makes
See right there on that part of the picture. And see over there on that side of the picture? Yeah. Right there, too. That's pretty cool.
Can you shut up, please? Please, just shut up, please.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody's a little grumpy. Jeez.
I'm not being grumpy. I just asked you to shut up. It's a perfectly normal thing to say.
Okay.
Anyway,
sorry.
so
Amcry.
it does take up a lot
shout
less
out
space.
to Spoderman's YouTube channel.
Spodermen, sir.
Spoderman.
Spodermen.
It's Spoderman.
No, there is an E, sir.
I'm pretty sure it's spelled with an O, actually.
No. Spodermen. Men. Spodermen.
No, it is spelled Spoderman.
No.
Yes,
It is Spodermen.
Dude, go.
No.
Dude, I just Googled it.
You want to go to the YouTube channel? Watch. Spodermen. The channel name is spelled with an E. Right there, guys. See it? Spodermen. Spodermen. Okay. Anyway. Are you watching a Spoderman video?
Swag. He teaches you. I'm sorry. I should repent for my sins. He teaches you how to have swag.
Yes.
Swag.
So yes, aside from Spoderman, yes, these cards will be a lot shorter because of the high bandwidth memory. Moving on. I had
and
one last
see
thing.
in that picture right there. That's a cool
I had
part.
one last thing I wanted to talk about today, and that was in London, they have duck lanes now.
What does this have to do with gaming or technology or hardware?
I just saw it, and I figured it would be a good thing to throw into the video. They have the ducks have their own walkway now, their own lane.
Well, gee, what a time to be a duck.
Yeah, I want to be a duck right now. It's great.
Do you though? Because then you'd have a human girlfriend, and that could get weird.
What? Oh, I know what you're saying.
Oh yeah. See?
Okay.
Imagine a duck trying to kiss a lady. You'd like accidentally bite her lip. How terrible would that be? Guys, just get that picture in your head. There's a duck and he's trying to give this nice romantic kiss, and he just keeps pecking her in the lips. Gah, gah, gah.
So yeah, Duck Lane.
Is
One
retarded.
last thing. I have terrible buyer's remorse.
That's because he didn't go with AMD.
I think around December is when I bought my PC. And I went with this processor right here. An Intel Core i3 4160 processor. $116.
Intel,
It's a
ladies and
dual
gentlemen,
core.
mark that. Not AMD card. That is the first mistake right there.
It's a chip.
I'm
sir,
sorry,
not a
AMD
card.
chip.
Anyway,
How does
so it's
one
a dual
word?
core with hyperthreading, so it acts like a quad core. So it's $116. Now this is the reason that I have such terrible buyer's remorse, and it's eating at me very badly. It's terrible. But if I look over here, this AMD FX 8320, it's an 8 core. That's right, 8 cores. Clocked at 3.5 gigahertz, can turbo up to 4 gigahertz. It's $136 on Amazon right now. That's $20 more, and I could have gotten an 8 core CPU. It would have been so much better than what I have now, and I feel bad. I very much feel bad.
But you know how we're gonna fix that, ladies and gentlemen?
Zen.
Zen
AMD Zen.
APU.
No, CPU.
No, it is technically an APU.
Not the one I'm gonna get. They have APUs, and then they have a server APU. So what they have in their lineup is they have the low-end APUs, and then they have their performance chips, which will be 8 cores with no graphics, and then they have their server chips, their 16-core server APU, their 16-core server processor will be an APU, but their 32-core server processor
He's
will
not
not.
buying a 32 core. He can't afford that. He's kidding himself. He's never going to be able to afford that.
Probably not. I'm probably gonna stick with the 8 core, which uses simultaneous multi-threading, which
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
simultaneous multi-threading.
Simultaneous?
Sorry, I don't know how to English, sir.
Simultaneous. That's great.
Shut up. Shut up.
Simu-
Anyway, so it works like hyper-threading, so it'll be 8 cores that can handle 16 threads, 16 threaded workloads, which will be amazing. And that's going to be my next PC upgrade. Well, that'll be my next big PC upgrade. I'm buying a 960, and then afterwards I'm going to be buying a Intel Core i5 or i7. I don't know which one, but anyway, yeah, that's, I don't know, just some news about AMD Zen, which reportedly is going to be 65 to 70% better than pile driver architecture, which is what this FX 8320 is running on. It's running on pile driver.
Yes, and one more. I'm sorry.
That's per core, by the way.
I'm sorry to go.
Each Zen core is going to be 65 to 70% better, clock to clock, to a pile driver CPU.
Yes. And speaking of which, sorry to go back to DirectX 12, but one of the cool things is you can combine your integrated graphics with your regular graphics card, so you'll get a slight performance boost.
Which is what AMD has been doing for a while now.
Yes.
But now you can do it with probably Intel and Nvidia now. So that's cool. I don't have any more news.
You don't?
No, I am out of news.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Well, I would like to close with one thought. And that is, make sure you do some research before you buy your PC. Because I know a lot of people are going and buying their PC, and they're following the whole Intel craze. Intel is so much better, blah, 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 blah.
Not for long, guys.
But as you can see right here, this FX 8320, I've actually looked up the numbers. It can compete with a Core i5. Do you know how much a Core i5 is?
Quite a bit.
It's $240 right now. This AMD processor is $140. And it can compete with it in games, which only use like 4 cores, So you've got 2 extra cores for, like, I don't know, multitasking or whatever you want to do with it. You've got 4 extra cores. It's amazing. So anyway, just do your research before you buy your PC. Do a
Yes.
lot of research.
Do it,
'Cause,
guys.
you know,
Do
I
it.
kind of feel bad that I went with an i3.
And he should.
Why did I do this? It's terrible.
Yep.
I could have spent $20 more on my PC and got an 8320,
Mm-hmm.
but instead I got a Core i3, and I'm stuck with Intel because if I go to AMD, I'm gonna have to spend $200, which is the same price about as a Core i5.
But would it be worth it? Of course.
If I switched to AMD now, it wouldn't be worth it. If I started with AMD, yes, it would be worth it.
Well, if you'd start with AMD, there wouldn't be anything else to buy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to upgrade. That's the only problem with going with an 8320 is you have no upgrade path because there's no better processors on that socket.
Yet.
Actually, they won't be on this socket. They'll be on AM4.
True.
So, yeah. With that closing thought, do you have anything you want to add in?
I don't know. Give me a minute.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21.
I don't think I really have anything else to add.
Okay.
I didn't
You
even
heard it,
use my
guys.
full minute.
You heard it, guys. He has nothing else to add. So on that note, we will end it here. Catch you guys next week for the next episode of the M9 show.
Oh, we should probably let them know about what's going to go on with the schedule for this show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, we're not streaming this episode because, issues.
Yes. Let's just say issues.
But, every other episode, as far as we can tell right now, will be streamed.
Hopefully.
So what we are going to do is we're going to stream Friday at 5 o'clock until we're done, pretty much, on twitch.tv/Finney and Ianster, right?
Not, don't be so sure on that Twitch link yet. But yes,
Okay.
something like that.
Something like that. We will be streaming on Twitch on Friday at 5 o'clock, and then we will upload the file.
We're leaving.
Okay,
I know what I'm doing.
okay,
We're leaving.
okay, give me 1 second.
Since you're on the softball team, you ought to probably come.
Dad, the game doesn't start till 8. Gosh dang it.
Anyway, guys,
What was I saying?
you're saying the schedule.
Oh, yeah.
We are having.
We will upload the video to YouTube on Sunday.
Yep.
So if you want to get it early, hop on Twitch.
Hop on Twitch. Make sure and subscribe, and please let us know. Let us know in the comments if you guys have anything in particular you want us to talk about, anything you want us to discuss, anything like that. Be sure, let us know down below. And
very, very soon we will have more people on this show.
yes, we plan on adding people, as many as we can, when we can have them. So we should have one more person to be a regular, and then hopefully we can get some guests on somewhat regularly. Yes.
Okay,
And,
so yeah, on that, we'll catch you guys next week, I guess.
Finney and
for
Ianster
the next
and
episode
The Legends
of the
End.
M9 show.
Signing off.